So our second lesson is all about choosing your niche. So if you immediately start to feel overwhelmed by the idea of picking a niche, or you're feeling worried about limiting yourself, please trust me on this. When you choose a niche, it becomes a game changer. You will start standing out and you'll start attracting the clients who love what you do. So when I first started in photography, I was doing a bit of everything. I kind of knew I wanted to make money from photography, but I hadn't really decided how I was going to do that. I stuck a studio in the garden and I was offering family portraits, but wasn't enjoying it, and so it just never took off. I did a couple of weddings. I didn't really enjoy those. It wasn't until I volunteered for our local panto that I started doing kind of behind the scenes theatre photography and absolutely loved it. And it connected with my core because I was a theatre kid. I love that environment. So it made sense for me to be in the theatre taking photos of something that I love. And equally, I am a businesswoman. I've run many businesses, and so helping my friends showcase their businesses was another area that I started doing. And all of a sudden everything clicked into place for me when I kind of picked my niche, which if you look at my title is kind of event and PR, or some people call it corporate photography. But it just aligns with my core beliefs and my core values. So we are going to help you figure out your niche. You might be thinking, why do I need to choose a niche? Can't I just shoot everything? And while it's tempting to try and be everything to everybody, it often leads to burnout and confusion for both you and your potential clients. When you niche down, you do three really powerful things. Number one is you stand out. So instead of blending in with other photographers, you become the go-to expert in your field. Two, you attract your dream clients. When your work speaks directly to a specific audience and they feel like you get them, then they're more likely to hire you. And finally, you build confidence in your craft. So specializing allows you to refine your skills, create consistent work, and develop a signature style that people recognize. So imagine that a couple are searching for a wedding photographer. Are they going to choose somebody who does a bit of everything? Or are they going to choose somebody who specializes in capturing heartfelt, story-driven wedding moments? They're likely to pick the specialist because they're going to know that that person understands exactly what they need. I want to take a moment to explore some popular photography niches and just have a little chat about how they differ. So these are just a few examples. So we have weddings, which is capturing one of the most important days in a couple's life. You could decide you want to do branding and commercial, which is one of the things that I do. So I love helping businesses showcase their products and their services. You might decide that portraits are more for you, so family photos, individual headshots. Portraits are really versatile and very high in demand, I might add. You might decide that events are for you, so corporate events, birthdays, conferences. I've done award shows, I've done red carpets. It's really exciting to capture moments as they happen. Or you might decide that lifestyle and travel is more for you. Maybe you want to be telling stories through everyday life, out on location and experiencing different incredible things in this world. So don't be afraid to explore multiple niches and go with what feels right for you. Sometimes experimenting will reveal passions that you didn't even know that you had. One of the things that we need to be mindful of when we are choosing a niche is we need to strike this balance. What are you passionate about? What kind of photography excites you most? Where do your strengths lie? What are you naturally good at? Do you have an eye for detail, or Or do you thrive on capturing candid, raw moments? And then there's got to be profitability in it, right? So what's the market demand? Are there clients who need this type of photography? So to help you balance these three factors, you need to think of them as overlapping circles like the Venn diagram here. So when your passion, skills, and profitability intersect, that's the sweet spot that we need to find. And yes, passion is important, but profitability does matter if you want to make a business out of this. So if you love photographing landscapes, but there's no local demand for it, think about how you can creatively adapt that skill to a more profitable niche, like maybe you need to get into travel or commercial work. Don't get me wrong, there are landscape photographers who can make money from taking landscapes, but it is probably one of the hardest niches to actually make a profit from. Having said that, in lockdown, I wasn't making any money from photography because all the events had stopped. So I took my camera off and I went and I did lots of local landscapes in my local area, and then I paid for a market stall at our local Saturday market and I sold prints there. Now it didn't fill me with passion, but I just needed to keep the photography going and I wanted to still make some money. So this is kind of where skill and profitability came together, but I didn't quite have the passion. So you want to try and find something that gives you all three of those things. And once you've chosen your niche, feel free to share it with me. Share it over in the Facebook group. You might discover that there are other people close to you with similar passions, and you can inspire each other. And also don't forget, I'm right there to help and guide you if you need. So remember that choosing your niche doesn't mean that you're limiting yourself. It means you're giving yourself the freedom to become an expert, attract the right clients, and build this business that really aligns with your strengths and your goals. Now, if you're thinking, Kelly, I love this, but I need help actually doing it, then I have got something perfect for you. I've taken everything I've learned over the past decade of building businesses, of mentoring creatives, and learning all of the hard lessons, and I've poured it all into my book, The Business Behind the Lens. It's part roadmap, part real life stories, and part prep talk. And today you can grab the digital PDF version for just £9. Inside, I walk you through everything we've covered today, but in far more detail. Finding your niche, pricing with confidence, building a brand that connects, creating a workflow that works, and most importantly, believing that you can actually do this. So if you're ready to stop winging it and start building a business with intention, think of this book as your personal guide to turning your passion into profit, but without the fluff, stress, and burnout. But that's not all. You're here because you want to make money from photography. And if today's session has sparked something in you, if you're thinking, I want to do this for real now, then I want to help you keep the momentum going. I've created a bundle designed specifically for photographers who are ready to move from fearful and frustrated and overwhelmed to feeling fulfilled and booked and confident and thriving. It's called the Photographer Success Starter Kit. It's a 4-part online course that takes you step by step from feeling stuck to building a business that actually works. You get lessons on finding your niche, pricing your work properly, streamlining your workflow, growing your visibility, and growing your confidence. And every module comes with workbooks and practical exercises, so you're not just learning, but you're actually taking action. This is your moment. You can do this. and I would love to be the one that helps you make this happen. So thank you for joining me today. And as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on email or drop me a DM on Instagram.